So welcome everyone to this info session on FAB24. The idea of this session is basically to walk you through the things you will need to do before, during, at the airport and during FAB24, just for you to keep you updated with all the information that has been going out lately in the last couple of days. So with me, for those who don't know me, my name is Norella Cornell. I work for the Fab Foundation and managing all these types of events. And with me here it is Adriana Lopez, Aristarco Cortez, and Alberto Blanco with Dan from Fab City Foundation, and the other ones from the Mexico team, basically the ones that are doing the groundwork. So without further ado, let me introduce you to FAB24 Mexico. The dates are from July 26th to August 9th. And this is the 20th edition of the Fab Lab Conference. So we have had a long way as we got here, and stay tuned for next upcoming events in 2025 and 2026. But here today, we're going to talk about this year's event. And as I told you before, we're going to talk about what would need to take place before you travel at the airport and in Mexico between this 2-week event. So the first thing we wanted to make a little bit emphasis is in the different themes that we're trying to take place during this event that are technology 5.0, future-proof skills, cultural equity, innovative industries, and community innovation and impact. These are basically based and targeted towards the Mexican community. I want you all to be aware of those as you start submitting your workshops or theoretical workshops, working groups. Basically think of a way in which you can basically leave a footprint in Mexico with the work that you're doing in your own locations, but bringing it back to the Mexican community. This is basically the schedule of the overall conference. So it's basically just a little glimpse of what this is about. Now we will go into detail of what all of the different activities work inside the schedule. So first, basically, I wanted to bring up the ticket situation. I think it's really important for you guys to understand and get the best deals out of the different price tiers that we have for FAB24, especially under early bird, which basically ends March 31st. These are basically the deals that we have. Remember, if you have been selected for the challenge, the Fab City Challenge Mexico, there is a fee that you also will need to pay for. If you have any questions related to that, I think this is the moment you can put them in the chat. And we will be able to assist you in any situation needed for those things. Remember that the 3rd and the 4th are open days to general public, and that those prices will go up as we start April 1st or June 1st. So we definitely want you guys to get the best deals out of the price tiers. So what are you buying for the price that you just saw? So we're providing 8 different challenges, around 70 workshops. That's basically on average that what we get for this type of conference, 30 theoretical workshops, more than 30 research papers, and we will be bringing back lab presentations. So I think this is a great opportunity for those who have new labs or that have been involved in different projects to present what you have been doing over the last year. So where is this taking place? So we have currently 7 locations, 6 different activities, and 1 main event. So we will be like spread all over Mexico. So I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to be part of this. So I'm going to give it to Dan and Alberto to explain you a little bit of how the challenge process is up to date and what are the next steps. So Dan?
Hi everyone, Beto. So for those who don't know about the Fab City Challenge here in Mexico, it's about bringing the global community to different local communities here in Mexico in order to try to promote equity and social justice by creating technological and frugal solutions that address the relevant social problems in those communities. Could you go to the next one, please, Marila? It's gonna happen all around Mexico, as Noris said. The first one is in Monterrey. It's a northern city. It's about biodiversities, reinventing boundaries in coexistence. We have another one in León, Guanajuato, to innovate entrepreneurship to empower neighborhoods. We have two here in Puebla. It's about frugal and inclusive innovation for healthcare and also ancestral agriculture solutions for climate change. We have two also in Mexico City. It's about saving the Ajolotl sanctuary in Xochimilco and also the bee conservation for equitable future. In Chiapas, we have crafting in the jungle. It's about this Tzetal community in the middle of the jungle. And we have Cancun. Without the barrio, there is no paradise, which will happen in the one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the whole peninsula, where all of the people that works at the hotels and resorts live. Yeah, next one, please.
So now we're gonna go with Anastasia to introduce you of what the Future Fabrics working group is about.
Yes, thank you so much, Norella, for giving me the space to present Future Fabrics for the ones that were not participating in Fab Bhutan. During the Fab City Challenge, Fab Academy, together with the Royal Textile Academy of Bhutan and the Super Fab Lab, they proposed a topic of working with heritage and traditional communities of weavers with a focus on a specific weaving loom that they work in Bhutan. And this working group was the winning challenge of the Fab City. And there was a lot of inertia and a lot of very nice synergies with the group of the participants. So we have continued working with them with monthly meetings, and we have made this Future Fabrics group. It is a working group that seeks to rescue specific parts of textile heritage and work with women craft communities. We have the possibility to work this year with the Mayan weaving and the Mexican the Mexican textiles in Yucatan, hosted by Fab Lab Yucatan. And there is an open call that is before April 10th for the ones that they wish to join this working group. There is a lot of methodology developed from last year that we are going to follow, and everything is documented on the Textile Academy website. Thank you. There is also the video, but I don't know if you have, if you're sharing the sound, because probably you need to stop sharing and share again with a click and the sound.
Meaning where? Stop sharing and sharing again?
Exactly. Stop sharing and then
I
press share
Yeah.
again and share sound.
Wait, got it. Okay. Share sound, tune.
On the bottom, yeah.
There you go.
So you
The
can
Royal
go
Textile
from
Academy and the Super Fab Lab to develop the Udgawa experience that unfolds into 4 different topics. The Gawa loom. Traditionally in Bhutan they are using the backstrap loom. What we've learned from experienced weavers is that this is not an easy job. They have to be seated for many hours while they need to maintain the tension of the loom by stretching their feet. So we've created an assistive device that holds their back while we have 3D printed tensioners that it helps them release the tension of the loom. The Gawa patterns. Our admiration into the mysterious symbols of the hand-woven Bhutanese fabrics was the incentive for making an online digital library of patterns that anyone can download. reinterpret and use for contemporary creations. The Gawa Kit is an educational weaving kit for kids from 5 to 8 years old. Incentivize them to learn the basics of weaving, but not only weaving traditionally, but also adding small circuitry of electronics to introduce them into technology. Gawa stories. Through our journey, we learned a lot. What is the sound of weaving? What are the songs the people are singing when they are weaving? We have created a place where we are sharing with you everything that we've learned from the locals.
Thank you for sharing this video. It is defining a little bit more in detail what we will be working on with local Mexican weaver communities. So we can move to the next open call, I think.
Thank you, Nat. Yeah, and basically that is taking place between July 26th and August 2. After that, we will have basically the Fab Festival Mexico that will be taking at CN. It's basically this picture that you see of the cathedral in yellow and in every Puebla's picture. So it's basically just beneath that cathedral. And here, basically what we're encouraging all participants that want to showcase any of the activities is basically to propose activities for the local community. Remember that these are mostly locals that will be around the festival and that will like to be introduced into digital fabrication if they have not got the chance to do so at that point. So those applications are already open. It's basically just a matter of selecting festival when you go to the application form so that we know that you are interested in showcasing your content during the festival. So that's happening between August 3rd and August 4th. So it's 2 days of event for the festival this year. Continuing with that, I don't know if Aristarco is here, but I would love for him to present his baby in Mexico, but I don't know if he was driving. So Aristarco, jump in when you are safe and sound from not driving, and I'll continue here. So basically what we're here for, so August 5 and 9 is basically the Fab Lab conference and symposium. Currently we have applications open for hands-on workshops, theoretical workshops, working groups, and we're bringing back Fab Blast. I think the last time we did Fab Blast was in Egypt in FAB15. And I think it's a great opportunity for people to present in a short amount of time the work that they're doing, present their lab or any project that they're working from in order to basically after that presentation build a couple of insights and network with the community that are interested in the things that you are doing in your own location. So this applications for all of the activities taking place during the Fab Lab conference and May 15th. So we have a fair amount of time, but don't miss the deadline, please. So we definitely would like to encourage you that. Also take into consideration that we will be at Edith. I did not bring a photo of Edith, but you can look it online, Edith Ibero Puebla. And basically it's one of the biggest Fab Labs spaces I have ever seen. So they have a big variety of machines that you can use. So get inspired with what they have in order to provide content for the conference. So I know you're very creative. So just basically you just need a little tweaks here and there and you can propose whatever you want. So with that, we also have other open calls. So research papers, this is really important for us. It basically gives us the solidity of the academia of the work that is done inside Fab Labs and that I know some of you are doing and that we want to empower you to do more of this every year. So we already have the research papers basically abstract submissions open that are due April 30. So basically we have 2 months. So if you are working on anything related to any research related to Fab Lab or the Fab Lab community, you are invited to submit your abstract in here. And these presentations will take place between August 5th and August 9th. We will also, and I think I'll give it this to either Anastasia or the Mexico team. This is something that we are really excited to do during Fab 24. Sorry, I'm getting my dates confused. And it's basically the first Artefab. So Anastasia, do you want to explain a little bit?
Yes, thank you. Artefab is the first exhibition for makers and fabbers that they work with art. And it is going to be an exhibition that hosts different types of media, different types of art. So anyone that has crazy ideas or that you have been doing, even on as a hobby, things that they could be exhibited, please check also the next slide. The different topics of the exhibition. So the first topic is called Sculpting Algorithms. And it is about using digital fabrication combined with algorithmic design, data-driven design, and generative forms. Then a responsive intelligence is about mainly interactive installations and human-machine interaction. Craft encounters is what we call digital craftsmanship and bringing back heritage and new aesthetics through technology. The embodied dialogues is how technologies augment the body, digital fashion, wearables, accessories, textiles, prosthetics, materials. Bio-inspired is bio-based solutions, artworks that also use even, for example, 3D printing with clay or materials that they are bio-based or biofabricated, grown. And then useless machines is about the controversies of developing technology for the sake of technology. It presents inventions, hacks, new tools, and recycled parts. And we are going to bring all of these different topics together in the first Artefab exhibition.
Thank you, Nat. I think you continue here.
Yes.
Sorry, Anastasia, I just would like to add that this is a great opportunity because we've seen many manifestations of art done by digital media, and I think it's a good time to show what we are doing in the network. And another thing, there are some things you can talk with us if you don't want to bring it. If you can send the bytes and we can make the atoms locally. No, we can talk about that also.
Thank you,
So
Ari.
for Artefab, the applications are open, but they will also stay open until May. And there is a form on the main FAB24 website, where you can also choose whether you're planning to bring yourself your piece to exhibit or you need your piece to be shipped. So there are both possibilities. Then we continue to another open call. This time a little bit more specific because it is a runway, it is a catwalk. So it is calling all makers and fabbers that they have produced or that they will produce eco-futuristic fashion garments that they can participate in this catwalk. The applications are as well open, and again, there is a possibility either to bring it with you or to ship it if you are not participating. And of course, you can also invite everyone that you know in the network, even though they will, if they are not able to come to Mexico, but they can also participate. And this also has different topics. You can go to the next slide. So we have different categories for the runway: sustainable biomaterials and biotechnology, regenerative fashion, recycling, upcycling, circular design, digital fabrication, 3D printing, laser cutting, molding, knitting, weaving, embroidery, wearable technology and e-textiles, assistive technology and prosthetics, and experimental techniques and digital craftsmanship. These are the categories that, of course, we also have another category in the application form where you can propose a performance. So if you have like a dancing performance, or if you have some other projection, video mapping, or other type of performance, you can also propose it there.
Thank you, Nat, with all those different new activities that are taking place during Fab 24 this year. So this is basically before your travel. We first encourage you to get your ticket, propose content. We have a lot of different activities, but I think we also need to provide you information on how to get to Mexico. And here are basically a list of, and we have already shared the link on the chat, of countries that are exempt from visas to go to Mexico. There are quite a lot, but there are also a couple of other countries that require visas. So make sure that you look this information in advance, so that you don't encounter any situation as you get to Mexico, or closer to basically the days in which you are planning to get to Mexico. We're trying to get some basically information from immigration to try to boost this event a little bit more regional or national. So I think most of the people at that point will know that this event is taking place, but I think it's important for you to know what you need before and in advance. So I think I'm going to give this information that it's more locally.
Lore,
Yes, go ahead.
just
Yes, go.
one thing, sorry. If you need a letter, an invitation letter, you can directly with Norela or with myself, we can handle that.
Yeah, invitations are basically on demand, which we don't know who will need it as we basically start getting more people on board for Fab 24. So just let us know, write us at fabevents@fabfoundation.org, and we will be able, or in the WhatsApp group, and we will be able to provide you with an invitation letter. So don't worry about this. So Adri, or do you want to take over? By the way, I want to introduce you to Adriana Lopez. She is the nature force of everything that's happening locally in Mexico, and she has been working in all of these details for it to be provided during this session for you guys. So Adri.
Hello everyone. So what we recommend once you arrive to either Ciudad de Mexico airport or Cancun's airport, we recommend you locate the bus station or bus ticket stations inside the airports of Estrella Roja and ADO. Those are the two bus stations where you can buy tickets to Puebla. And we also recommend you buy the tickets to Paseo Destino Terrapuerto. I'm sorry, Paseo Destino Terrapuerto. These are the place where you'll be arriving to Puebla, and all the hotels around the main venue are really close. Also, those places are very close to Paseo Destino Terrapuerto. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with that word.
It's too early for Mexico, don't worry. Yeah,
so
Adi,
I'm sorry.
If I can add, yeah, so basically there's three ways to enter Mexico. So you will get either to Ciudad de Mexico, CDMX, that's basically the abbreviation, Puebla or Cancun. In order for you to get to Puebla directly by plane, the other way is either by bus. We recommend you, if you arrive to Ciudad de Mexico, do not take a flight from Ciudad de Mexico to Puebla, because it will take you around a day to get there. But if you take a bus, it's 3 hours. So I have taken that in the past. I think Aristarco got me into that little expedition, and it was great. It's a great experience. They're super comfortable. They go on time. They go every 3 hours or something like that. So it's really easy to book it and to get it in order to get from Ciudad de Mexico to Puebla. It's around a 3-hour drive, but it's basically way less time than getting a flight from Ciudad de Mexico to Puebla. And we definitely, if you're getting to Mexico through Cancun, it's the best option is basically to get it a flight to Puebla. Isaac, do you want to say something about this? No. Good. Okay, so I think we have already laid out the links in the chat. So just copy them, make sure that you have them available so that when you are doing all this logistics for yourself, you have all the information you need. Adi, you can continue.
Yes, so we have arranged some special discounts for the event. These are some of the hotels that already have that discount for FAB24, and these places are located very near the main venue, that is Ibero University. Here, I think, yeah, we can see already the prices with already the discount, and a phone where you can talk with the person to start making your reservations. You can also make your reservations via email or WhatsApp, and those are the numbers. Also, those hotels are already we have discounts with them. And these hotels, we also recommend the following hotels near the main venue, but we also have colonial hotels near Puebla's downtown. I don't know, maybe these hotels are 20 to 30 minutes away from the main venue. I think maybe 20 minutes, but you will have to take a taxi or Uber or Didi to move. But these are also recommended hotels, very pretty and colonial hotels.
Yeah, I would like to add there that if you ask me, I just love downtown Puebla. Downtown Puebla is one of the probably the prettiest city in Mexico, and we have many colonial places to stay. And if you want to live the real Puebla, is downtown Puebla. Here is where the venue is. It's a much modern space, a much all that very, very modern place. It's very convenient because it's near the venue, but downtown Puebla, it's great. We're gonna have several activities downtown Puebla, like the Fab Art, like the Beyond Fashion. It's gonna be downtown Puebla, so it's a good idea also to stay down there.
Yeah, another option you have if you want to make reservations is through Airbnb and a Booking. These are only recommendations, but also you can use those platforms to make your reservations.
We are still working to make better deals with hotels. So keep in touch and check frequently our page, because there's more information coming in.
So these are general recommendations once you arrive at the airport. Always keep your belongings with you, like inside. Also, when you arrive at Mexico, we recommend that you withdraw or exchange some cash. Although most companies do accept credit cards, smaller companies or smaller local business sometimes do not accept credit card or debit card. So it's always good to have some cash at hand.
Yeah, and now we're moving on to when you are actually in Mexico. So these are, I think nowadays we are already like super familiar with this, but basically these are the recommendations that we provide to you in moving yourself around in Mexico. Try to avoid taking a taxi, do it through an app. I think it's safer for you and for whoever you are basically traveling with. And the two main apps that are used locally, it's basically Uber and Didi. I think most of you are familiar with Uber and potentially with Didi. So they basically will help you into getting yourself along the way in Puebla or any of the different cities where you are doing activities. So I think, Ari, do you want to provide any information on the weather? I think I'm not the right person.
Well, Puebla is perfect. Just say that. I mean, it's going to be the rainy season. You can expect a mild cold in the morning, then hot around 26, 28 degrees, and then some rain. And later in the night, it's going to stop the rain and it's going to be perfect again. I mean, it's very, very convenient. And but if you're coming with someone, we're going to have an agenda for companions. There are a lot of things to do here around Puebla. You can go to the pyramids. You can go. There are some mole classes. Mole, it's a typical sauce here in Mexico. There are going to be many things for companions. So bring your dearest one.
Nice.
Well, food is also well. Actually, Puebla's food it's world heritage. we have to say that not only for the food, but how it is made. It's very baroque food. There are many spices. Not it's not that hot, but it is local spices that are very, very, very tasty. You're gonna arrive on the chile en nogada. It's a big chili. That it's not hot, but inside there are a lot of meat and stuff, and there's some nuts on top with the cream, and it's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. Also, if you go to Merida, there's food down there is also spectacular. So make good stomach for that week.
Yeah, don't expect to do any diets while you are in Mexico, by the way. So yeah, and then the final things, I think we're wrapping up, but I think we'll leave it up to questions as we continue. So let you know that the main source of communication in Mexico is basically WhatsApp. Most of the hotels or different locations, we actually have a WhatsApp group that we have created in advance. So if you encounter any situation as you arrive to Mexico, make sure to contact us through there so that we can provide you with the best information that we can in order to solve the situation you're encountering, or anyone in the group can assist you. So if you are not part of that group, just make sure we're putting it in the chat to be there so that you can get the latest information or ask any question you are needing in terms of the event or your arrival itself. So I think we're opening up to any questions. I have seen a couple of questions in the chat. You can basically unmute and ask them yourself, but I need to scroll through a couple of them in order to get them. There's a couple of questions related to the summit. I think Dan has already responded. So I think by the end of the, do you want to talk a little bit about it, Dan, about the summit, or is it just like the dates are? Yeah.
To be honest, I myself am not too much involved in the summit, so I can't give too much of the details on it. I mostly work on the challenge. But more information will come very soon.
Okay, so stay tuned for people that are interested in the summit. There's other questions here related to where, let me check. So about the transportations related to the challenge, Dan, I think that's you. Do you want to explain a little bit more about that?
So basically the transportation throughout the challenge, meaning from the kickoff on the 26th of August until the last day of the Fab Festival on the 3rd or 4th of July, will be arranged by the challenge organization. So transport from your kickoff location to your respective challenge locations, but also transportation during the field trips, everything will be arranged.
Okay, thank you, Dan, for that. Here, they're asking about SIM and internet connectivity. Could someone from the local team expand on that? Ari or Adri?
Yeah, the internet connection inside the main venue, that is Ibero Puebla, you'll have no problem with the internet. We're going to talk with our team, and you're gonna have a FAB24 personal connection. Inside hotels, most of the hotels can help you with internet. You're not gonna have any problem with that. But a SIM, I don't know if inside the airports they have SIM for the internet. I don't know, Aristarco or Alberto, if you know that.
I'm not sure, but we do recommend that if you are going to buy a SIM, we are going to put the names, because it's better to buy Telcel or Movistar, because those are the best companies, and we will put the information in the page.
Yeah, and I will also add, if you are already familiar with eSIMs, Air Allo, there's a couple of different companies that you can get like eSIMs in advance of your flight. That's also an option if you prefer to have your own internet as you arrive to the country. So we will be providing more information onto connectivity in the upcoming days, or add it on the website for you to have that information. So there's another some work in Puebla, something that works between Puebla. I think Telcel or Movistar will be a good option if you're traveling all around Mexico, or any eSIM. So there's a question here by Peter. Can partners join the social events? Peter, we're currently working on the options for social events. I think right now we're managing it case by case. So if you are thinking on to coming with your partner, let us know through email, the FAB events at fabfoundation.org, and we will be able to provide you with more information. For now, as we put more information up on the website. I think we have a question, or raise a hand from Stephanie.
Hello, good to meet you all. So I was accepted in the challenge for the wooden-hearted woman. And the question is, okay, I'm also interested to do the future fabrics. So can I do both? Will it be able, or like the challenge will be in Chiapas? And I don't know if I can be able to do also the future fabric, which is from 25th to August as well.
I think this would be a daily commute of about 20 hours between Chiapas and Merida. So I don't think that will be possible. So you will have to choose one or the other.
Okay, I still have some questions if you don't mind. So for the challenge, we like the fees cover the food for the whole days, and the transportation, and the accommodation. And for the event, we are responsible to book our own accommodation after the 4th of August, right? Right, okay. And what else, if I have any? Okay, if any tickets is refundable, if we buy the event ticket, let's say if we don't get the visa, for example, if there is a refund for the event, the tickets for the events, or any refund.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of refund policies currently on our website. I think there's a date limit onto that should be able, in terms of like if you do your visa on time. But if there is any situation happening with your visa, just let us know in advance so that we are aware of that. Okay.
Okay. And the last question about okay, so I saw there is the exhibitions now from this presentation I didn't know about, so I'm interested to participate, so maybe these details I'll go and see more on the website. Or
yeah, if you are interested in the exhibition, meaning at the Fab or Beyond Fashion, or both?
Art Fab.
Artefab. So if you are interested in Artefab, you just need to complete the application form that I'm putting in the chat. And basically read and complete all the information and you'll be good to go. There is an acceptance process that takes after the applications are closed, and then you will know more information on how to proceed on that.
Correct. Yeah, thank you a lot.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Continuing with the questions in the chat. I see that Annie is asking, what is the safety status in Puebla? Is there places more unsafe or we can walk anywhere? Adri or Ari? I don't know.
Well, as Puebla is one of the safest places in Mexico, but we have our challenges. There are some places that are they are not touristic. There's no reason for you to go to those places, but there are some places that are not that safe. So we are going to make a recommendation. Downtown Puebla, Cholula, all the touristic parts are pretty much safe. No, but I mean, it's as safe as any European or American city could be.
Yeah, I think the recommendation overall is if you are walking by yourself 10, 11 in the night, that is not a good idea. Just take an Uber and get you home, or walking groups if you prefer. I think that's a better idea. But it's pretty much safe overall, the different locations. I think we can make Ari a little map of like the different zones so that all participants are aware of where it's good to go by yourself and where you need to go on a group. So I think that's a really good question. Thank you, Annie. There's another question by Shannon. When it says the deadline for hands-on workshops is 15, does that mean tomorrow midnight? No, it's May 15. May, not March. Did I put March? Oh, sorry. It's May.
That's amazing news. I was like, oh, there's no time.
Oh, no, no.
Thank you very much.
You have 2 months to complete and to do and be creative and propose a workshop. So don't worry.
Thank you so much. It really shows me notes. I was like, how am I going to get it every done today?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarifying.
Okay, you're welcome, Shannon. Peter, yeah, I think we can work on to those new approved labs. So Peter, if you can send me a little email and we can work around those, I think that will be a really good idea. And I don't know if anyone else has any other questions. I think basically what we wanted to provide in this session was to let you know all the different calls for applications that we have, all the different opportunities, what basically the conference, the challenge, and all the different activities basically involved. This year, we're bringing up 3 different or new activities that will take place during the conference. So bringing up more space for the fashionistas and basically all the different workshops we will be providing. So keep yourself up with any information on our social media of, for example, the list of machines that he did provides in order for you to provide workshops, that it's really vast. I don't know if Aristarco wants to deepen into this, but I know he's really proud of his super duper Fab Lab, as we call it internally.
Yeah. But we're making a list of all the machines that we have. We have different machines here. You can plastic injection with a 3D printed mold. You can have thermoforming. You can we have a membrane. A membrane machine to make, if you want to make a skateboard. We have CNCs for any material. We have a water jet cutter for metal or whatever you want. We have a metal sheet machinery. I mean, you can do almost anything really here. We have a food lab if you want to make a workshop. To make bread or some special food that you want to do. We have kitchens, and we have also a plant to make all this food. You just ask, and your wish is our command here in Mexico. And I would like to point out the Fab Blast activity. We plan to have it if we have enough projects, we can have it daily, and it's a way to show up your hero projects. It's a way to show up what you are doing, and we found out in Egypt that it was a great way to connect, because people see your project, and if they are in the same things, they can connect with you. It's a great icebreaker.
Yeah, I think Camila is asking for more information on all of those machines. So I think as we finalize the list, we will be providing, I think maybe it will be a good idea if you're already in the WhatsApp group. I think that's a more intimate space to share that information. So we will be sharing it there also through socials. So keep an eye on that so that you can basically understand the capabilities, so that you can create and provide a really good experience for the local community and for the different participants. So yeah, we will be, I think we can do that between this week or next week, providing the list of materials. So that will be a really nice idea. Could you share the WhatsApp link? Yes, sure. So if you haven't been already part of our really nice WhatsApp group, you can join now. Here's the link to the chat. I see Stephanie has her hand up. Do you want to say something?
So the workshops is, if we want to give a workshop, is there an open call also to give workshops like after August, from August 4 to August 9, so people can participate? Is that still open?
Yes, that's open until May 15th.
May 15. And where can we find this, which link to put the link for application to the workshops?
Yes, so here, I'm going to put it here on the chat. So here is the link to where all applications are embedded.
Okay. And last question. So if, like, for the challenge, I have to go to Chiapas, which is the best airport to take? The best airport to...
We are planning to well, hi there. You're going to Chiapas, right?
My challenge is in Chiapas.
The best one to get to Chiapas, as the kickoff is going to be in Cancun. So the Cancun International Airport is going to be the best one. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so basically you will fly into Cancun, you will have your kickoff on the 26th in Cancun, and from there you will probably travel by bus, maybe by plane, I think by bus, to Chiapas with your whole team together.
Ah, okay. All right. So meeting is in Cancun. All right. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I think if we don't have any more questions for now, I think that's basically all I wanted to say in this session. Just keep an eye on our socials. We are basically using this year 2 of them, basically the Fab Lab Puebla and the Fab Foundation ones, to provide you with the latest information on the event. We will also be keeping all that information on the WhatsApp chat for a direct communication. And if you have any questions as we start providing you with information, I think you are good to go. I think that's the safe space for all of those questions. And I don't know if Aristarco wants to finalize with some words, inviting everyone to join his big event in Mexico.
I don't know if they are words of wisdom, but we are very happy. We are eager to have you here at Puebla. We are Puebla in general. It's a city that that loves tourists, that loves bringing people with us. We are preparing this with much care and much love, and we hope you're going to be here in August.
Okay, with that, I think we say goodbye and we keep in touch in the chats. Thank you so much for your time today, in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the night, wherever you are in the world, and hope to see you soon in FAB24. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.